The following podcast you're about to listen to was a show recorded this past Thursday. The show went straight up to VIP members over at lkvip.podbean.com. And if you enjoy the show and you really want to help us, both me and Sammy with LKVIP, head over to lkvip.podbean.com right now. Subscribe right now for 99 pence or 99 cents per month. That's it. You get a weekly CMLL review, get a weekly Lucha Underground review, get a weekly NXT review, get a weekly Ring of Honor review, get a weekly TNA Impact Wrestling review, get a weekly Raw, weekly SmackDown. I'm about to record a Monday Night Wars show where we cover every single episode of Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Show, compare them, contrast. We're starting with January the 5th, 1998, about to record that. But you guys are about to enjoy a free CMLL review in its entirety. To get that and to get access to every single show I do, and trust me, I've uploaded already over 50 damn podcasts. What's great about the Podbean app is you can download the Podbean app for free and you'll be able to get access to this. Obviously, you've got to pay and subscribe, 99 pence a month, and you'll be able to download the show straight to the Podbean app, and you'll be able to easily listen to when you're on the way to work, when you're on the train, when you're on the bus, having a wank, hopefully preferably not over it, on the toilet, however you want to. But more importantly, you have to subscribe to get access to these shows. I want to thank you, and I pray and hope you have it in your heart to support. From LK, enjoy this damn show. Hello, my VIP members, and welcome to this. This is your CMLL Arena Mexico for the 11th of October 2016 review. Our very first time experience CMLL, and if you're wondering how the fuck did you watch CMLL, you can either watch on the Fight TV app, which is 110% completely free, or you can just go to CMLL's YouTube channel, so just type in CMLL and click the latest video. That's simple. However, we did experience an issue about an hour and a half into the show when we both did a bit of research, and then the research that finally came across was that we were watching the C show. We were watching the weekly C show. So next
not even the B show. This was the C show.
Yeah, so basically this is for the kind of like the up-and-comers versus the veterans, and then you get a good main event and a good semi-main. So I see this as the show was cut in half. You know, a young rookie, trainees against veterans, and then the good wrestling at the end. But we want to cover as much professional wrestling as we possibly can. So Thursday is Lucha Day. We've just done a Lucha Underground review, and now we're back with a CMLL review. We wanted to do a AAA review. However, their tapings are really irregular, and it's difficult to find. Like, I did look, but there is some Lucha Elite available, which does have people like Cage and people like that. So maybe we could do that one week. But we will be in the future, for people starting to watch this regularly on the YouTube channel or Fight TV app, we'll be watching the Monday show, not the Arena Mexico show. It's the Monday show. So we'll be doing that instead. Apologies, we did get the wrong one, but we're imbeciles and we can't help it. But it's very late. It's 3:25 a.m., so let's get to it. So our opening match, we had Leona and Flyer, so the team of Leona and Flyer, versus Akuma and Kimura. So far, so good. Haven't butchered anything. I don't want to be nasty here, but there were strippers on the entranceway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let's make, like, these were the Nitro Girls if the Nitro Girls were worse and cared less about themselves and needed more bills to pay. Like, yeah. And then for the rest of the show, they did nothing but just gently sway from side to side. They're moonlighting as ring girls, but these are fucking strippers.
Called earning free money. That's called earning free money.
There you go.
But it's a really nice... It's nice building, really nice set. The Arena Mexico is nice building, nice set. The hard camera, the way it's shot, it looks a bit empty at the start. Obviously, people are filing in. They look very empty and bare. The horns, like they kind of got on my nerves.
Kind of.
Don't know if they did you.
Genuinely contemplating suicide by the end because of those things alone.
And in the opener, all four men, they were wearing shirts. It's either A, they're out of shape, or B, it's a bit nippy and a bit chilly in that building.
That is such a huge pet peeve of mine. Like, when you're Kevin Owens and you're not wearing your traditional wrestling attire, it doesn't bother me so awful much. But if you're wearing tights, don't wear a fucking t-shirt. That drives me up the fucking wall.
There's a slow...
we'll get to it in a second, but if like a 10,000-year-old man can go out there wearing a singlet, you can take your goddamn shirt off.
Maybe there's a reason why they didn't take their shirt off. Maybe they all got shot or stabbed backstage. Slow start, and it just feels strange. Like, you know, it just feels Like, what I'm used to in Lucha Underground is just fast-paced, boom, 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 boom. And here, it's kind of like, boom, 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 boom. And you're there, like, scratching your head, like, arm drag, arm drag, arm drag, arm drag, throw to the outside, throw to the outside. Nope, he didn't dive. And I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I didn't particularly enjoy this opener because I was just I was adjusting to the rules that it's a two out of 3 falls. I mean, there was a nice neck breaker from Akuma, which got the first fall. The second fall was a running basement dropkick in the corner. That was from Flyer. That name's awful. Flyer. Hi, what's your name? Flyer. No. What's your name? Flyer. Seriously, if you do not give me your name, like, for real. And then the match ends when Leona applies the crossface on Kimura. He taps. I didn't enjoy that.
It was so ABC. It felt as if they had this thing planned from step 1 to step fucking 100. It was, like you said, it was that pace. It was, and it never got off of that, ever.
Like, when we got to the experience matches, it kind of like the first and second fall were kind of like, okay, they're just, finding their rhythm. And then the third fall, boom, boom, boom. Here it was just like, boom, boom. And it was just nothing spectacular. It was just keep on doing arm drags. And it was like, I have another 2.5 hours of this. I was there questioning, oh my God, please.
I genuinely thought when we started this, like, we may have made a terrible mistake. So I went and did some research on CMML while we were talking. And I told him, like, if this crowd doesn't pick up, I don't know if I can finish this. I genuinely, because that crowd was dead. Holy shit, it was awful. Like you said, from the way hard camera is, and a lot of the camera angles are from ringside, but from just below apron. So that took some getting used to. But from where hard camera is, the arena looks and sounds empty. And the entrance goes directly all the way up to the ring.
I like that. Because they do the high flying. The high flying, they use the ramp quite a lot, and I really did like that. But I'm going more towards star ratings now because I kind of want a system to try and judge all these matches. So this was 1 star.
Yeah.
Generous?
We'll say
that's
star.
Generous. That's generous.
Yeah,
that's really
1 star.
Then we move on to our next one. We have Robin, Oro Jr., oh, fuck's sake, Hombre Bala Jr.,
we need to make the dream, like, every time he fucks up a name, we just have to take, like, a super shot of something. Because we would be
on the
fucking lit.
Metallico, Nitro, and Archangel. So it was a 6-man tag.
A lot of those.
Young men.
I think every match but one was a 6-man tag, wasn't it?
Yeah, the opening was a normal tag, and then we went to 6-6-6-6-6-6, and then the main event was singles. But what I'm looking forward to next week, where we have the Monday shows. When I actually read the description for Monday's show, so much better quality. There was Mystico, Grand Metalik from Monday Night Raw. Nice. There was loads, and we saw Mystico on the show, and he was the only one who kind of like him and Rush. I think were the only people who actually legit look like stars. Everyone else.
There was a couple of people I was impressed with, but they're definitely still learning.
Yeah, definitely still work. This Robin, I like this Robin. Awful name, but
yeah, terrible name. There's a lot of really bad names in Mexico, but I think a lot of it is that they just don't translate well to English because that might mean something completely different in Spanish, and we're just like, it's a fucking bird, and it's probably way different.
Metallico, that stupid old cowboy coming to the ring was if that singing was awful. Like he wasn't even singing, and it looked like he was bad lip singing. Robin and Archangel had a really nice, incredible exchange. Hombre did a plancha onto basically Archangel was land flat on the ramp, and then Hombre Jr. did the dive onto the ramp where he was laid down. I thought that was a pretty cool spot. Oro Jr. hits a moonsault onto Nitro to get 1-0 because every match is 2 out of 3 falls. Robin hit a really nice double underhook powerbomb. He's so fast. He's crispy fluent. This Robin is, at this match, he's the only one I can see ever doing anything. Like the 2 fat men, Archangel and Nitro, like how do they classify themselves as Lucha Libre wrestlers? Like,
you know, and I think this is one of the things that we're going to have to teach ourselves is in the States, we have our idea of what Lucha Libre is, which is smaller, fast-paced, high-fly, super action-packed, and that's genuinely true, but I think there's a lot more to Lucha Libre than that. Clearly, age plays a lot of things in Lucha Libre, that you apparently don't stop wrestling in Mexico until you die in the fucking ring. That's one thing I'm going to have to get used to, just the whole feeling that Lucha, I think, is a lot more than we think it is in the concept that we have as Westerners. I mean, no, even though it is in the West. We'll say it's your typical wrestling audience. So we're going to have to, I don't want to say open our minds because that sounds really hippie-ish and stupid, but we're going to have to experience what this Lucha thing is. And I think, there's going to be people in Mexico that are big. There's going to be people in Mexico that are tiny, some that are muscular, and this, that, and another.
Yeah, but it's a learning curve, and everyone can learn with us. The second fall comes when Nitro does a diving elbow to the cock. I don't understand why every match is no DQ, give or take. Like, there's no rules. It's just a clusterfuck. Like, the refs have no control.
It was, and by the way, one thing, and I want to say nitpicky, but maybe, again, it's just because we don't understand it. The ref does not fucking move. That motherfucker is in the same spot from the time the bell rings to the time it's over.
To be fair, though, you can't really have him moving around, because if he's there, like, moving around and he gets hit, maybe that's why. There's
so many people in the ring. And then on top of that, I think that ring has to be smaller. There's no way that's a 20-foot by 20-foot ring.
No way. That's probably that's like the size of Ring of Honor's ring, 18 by 18.
18 by 18. It's 16 by 16 and 18 by 18 are your typicals.
Won't be 16. 16 by 16 is tiny. That would have looked miniature.
When I went to the I told you I made that small video about it. I went to that Superior Wrestling show. That was a 16 by 16 foot ring, and they're tiny. Don't get me wrong, but they're not as miniature as you think they are, I guess. But they're small.
They're small. That was an 18. I don't know. It did look big. I don't know. We'll go 18 by 18.
Yeah, for the fair. Call it even.
Third fall, all 6 men come in as chaos. There's no selling, no psychology. It's just bot, spot. Hombre Bola hits a springboard crossbody onto all 3 laying down. I thought that was really cool. That was a really nice spot. And then Nitro hits a pile driver on Robin. And then Archangel hits a slingshot crossbody to the floor where his leg nearly caught the top rope. And I swear to God, I thought he was going to die. Yeah. And then, oh God, I'm going to fuck his name. Matito, the cowboy, the really old fucking cowboy, looked like a pedophile. He hit a sit-down powerbomb on Hombre Bala to get the win. Better than the opener. We're making progress here. These guys seem like they know what they're doing. 2 stars, or maybe a bit generous.
Yeah, I'd say 1.5.
1.5. I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Then we have Begasso, Blue Panther Jr. and the Panther versus Disturbo, Okumara, and Virus. Disturbo obviously listens to the show, realized we're doing CMLL on Lucha Day, so he comes out of a clown mask. So I'm immediately... my eyes are immediately drawn.
Like, I imagine you're just sitting there and you see that and you're like, the fuck is he? Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Show for a week, I'd say fuck the clowns. I watched CMLL for the first time and a guy comes out of a fucking clown costume. How pissed off is Disturbio gonna be when he finds out it's a VIP show? Not a fucking free one.
Just fucking shat on him because he was like, "Oh God, it's a goddamn clown." Don't watch AAA, and then there's an entire gang of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I refuse to watch that. So that there is actually, AAA out there. Like I said earlier, there wasn't. It's just out there. I just saw the pictures of the clowns and clicked off. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. It is really difficult to find AAA, but I'm automatically going to be a lot more tougher on this guy. So everything he does, if it's not 100% perfection, be warned. Okama, hits a hip toss over the top onto the ramp that the crowd just didn't give a shit for. Panther hit a dropkick off the top for 3. Disturbio hit a running knees to the corner for 3. Lots of running knees to the corners getting the win.
Yeah, well, there's quite a few basement drop kicks.
That's their thing. It's the running dropkick in the corner. With 1 apiece, then Bagasso hits a running corkscrew over the top to the floor. Virus applies a reverse sharpshooter with the opponent's arms hooked. It was a really sweet looking spot. Panther taps.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool looking submission.
a bit better than the match before, maybe a star and 3/4. So we're making some, not a lot, but we're making some progress.
And is it me, or did Kimura just kind of look like fucking Okada in 20, 25 years?
If Okada dresses like that in 20 to 25 years, shame on him. Dull green. What are you looking like? He did nothing in that match, minus a hip toss over the top to the to the rail, or not the rail, the ramp. I love that ramp there. I adore that. I think that's such good. Like, you can do anything. You can, imagine a spot where you could have one guy running from the top of the stage all the way down to the ramp and jumping into the ring, and then a big brawl starts.
Yeah, I dug it.
Then we have Titan, Angel Del Oro, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, Blue Panther versus Sagrada, Vangelis, and Pulvera.
This was probably my favorite match of the night, honestly.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Blue Panther is, quite frankly, older than my granddad.
He was anywhere between 50 and 10,000 years old.
How is he walking, let alone wrestling? Like, for real.
I have no props, man, because he was a spry old fuck.
He was pretty funny as well. I liked some of his shit. I'll talk about that in a minute. Angel Del Oro got the first fall for his team with a victory roll. Sagrada hit a nice brainbuster for 2. Pulvera hits a dominator off the top, like a Ron Simmons style dominator that his finisher back in WCW. He did that off the top, and it was absolutely
fucking sweet. Not gonna lie,
that was really good. Third fall, Angel Del Oro hit a nice suicide dive. Titan hit a springboard hurricane run to the floor. Panther is getting chopped, and he's putting some of the greatest facials to the crowd when he's getting. Great facials. Angel Del Oro hit a moonsault off the top to the floor. Titan with a springboard moonsault to the floor. Panther then a hurricane runner from a 98-year-old man. That's absolutely damn impressive. And Angel Del Oro hits a surfboard stretch, and a really nice stretch to get the win there. The crowd were loud for this. The final 4 was really fucking good.
Yeah, the Final Fall was really good. And again, this was probably my favorite match of the night, because one of the things we're having to do with CMLL is we're having to get a feel for it. So you're watching it and you're having to go, okay, I think I like this guy. I'd like to see more of him. Maybe I want to see some more of this. How does this guy wrestle? Yada, yada, yada. And I took the most notes on this match. I immediately liked Titan because he came out to my favorite Amon Amarth song. And I love Amon Amarth. So fucking kudos there. I love that Sagrado had a bullying club t-shirt. I thought that was really fucking clever. And apparently a Sagrado means, I did some research. Sagrado is sacred, which is weird because his name is Sacred, but he was most definitely a Rudo in this match. He didn't do shit.
I'm literally now. He did a brainbuster in the second fall. That's the only noteworthy thing he did.
That's what you get. Pulvera, which was the guy with the mask, and again, I'm probably butchering these names. Apparently that means, if I'm not mistaken, that is gunpowder in Spanish. Yeah, he was pretty good. Valhenis, I think, just really wants to be Kevin Owens.
Dude, he really needs to not be on a TV show that I'm watching ever again. That's what he needs to do. I don't like him. And then you have the Coffin Dodger.
The which one?
The Coffin Dodger.
The man that any day now was going to die. It's just, like, I'm fairly certain there are black and white photos of this man wrestling because black and white photos were fucking new. It's like, you don't understand how old this is. Like, y'all think Ric Flair is old when he gets in the ring? Ric Flair, like, cut his teeth on this guy. He's so fucking old. Just a billion years old. Like, I invented Lucha Libre. I believe it. I fucking believe it. Titan, to me, was the star of this match. I was the most impressed with him. I thought he was the quickest, and he worked, at least when I think of Lucha, he looked the closest to a Lucha style. And was he the one that hit that Dominator, or was that somebody else?
Let me have a quick look. So I definitely wrote that down. That was Pulvera.
Okay, cool. I mean, he did some pretty cool stuff.
He did contribute a little bit, bless him. Bless his cotton socks.
So it's, again,
3 stars.
We'll say solid 2.5. I'll say it's 2.5 stars. Well,
are you sure? I thought the third fall was really good because I like matches.
Really good.
build. Like I talked about that in my New Japan review. I think it was last night. I did the King of Pro Wrestling review. I talked about how I love New Japan because the main events. It's slow, fast, quick, finish. This it was slow, build, finish. It's telling the story.
I think 3 is fair. 3 is fair. I don't even remember the other. It was Titan, Blue Panther, and who was the other one on that team?
Angel Del Ora. He was I wrote down what type pants he wore. He was the one in white.
Yeah, he was the white one. He didn't do a lot to me either.
White one.
The white one. No, Titan and somehow that geriatrical bastard Blue Panther were definitely the MVPs to me.
Oh. Then we move on. We got Johnny Idol, Atlantis, and Mystico. That was Sin Cara in WWE, the one who did a lot. He's famous for creating the famous Botchamania. Versus Dragon Rojo Jr., Temple, and La Mascara.
Dragon Rojo.
Dragon Rojo, wow.
Few Spanish words that I knew.
He is the CMLL World Middleweight Champion. Listen to this for his reign. 1,791 days.
Good Christ almighty!
He won the title November 2011, which is when CM Punk won his WWE title against Alberto Del Rio at Survivor Series for his historic 1.5 year reign.
Like that, you have that so long, people forget you have the son of a bitch. Like it's something you only need to know about CMLL because I'm CMLL. A couple things. It's the oldest, despite what anyone else tell you, it is the oldest professional wrestling organization in the world that's still actively running. It is the oldest one, which I can totally respect. Again, I have a degree in history, so I really, really dig that. I forget the nickname for them. The nickname was like Steady and True for that organization because they don't change anything. Like they are just predictable to the bitter end, which is your Technicos are always going to beat your Rudos. Your Rudos will cheat to win. Your matches are going to go in a certain pace. That's how most of your matches are going to go. They're not going to do any gimmick matches. They're not going to do any crazy things. They're just like a old man set in his ways. That's how they're going to operate, which in a weird way I can super respect, especially in this day and age where wrestling is just trying to push the boundaries in so many different ways.
It is, and it's nice to just go back to Lucha Libre every time. And what I like about this is we're getting our American mainstream with WWE. We're getting that into our week, sadly. Then on Friday we're getting our American independence with our TNA and Ring of Honor. Are you okay for that review tomorrow, by the way, TNA and Ring of Honor?
Yeah. I actually get off at a decent time tomorrow.
Sweet. Good, me too. And then Thursday we do Mexico. And then I think Wednesday I usually do New Japan. So in the week, we're covering mainstream American pro wrestling, Japanese wrestling, Lucha Libre, and American independence. The televised ones anyway. Like literally from that standpoint, there is not one thing in the world we don't cover. Generally.
Yeah. I really wish I had a way of watching more British wrestling because y'all are having an absolute golden age over there.
We are. The issue is you have to pay for it, sadly.
Yeah, and
there's no way around it. And
exactly.
It's $7 a month, and if you want to watch multiple, it's like $7 there, $7 there, $7 there.
Exactly. And I would love to watch it all, but man, I'm already, I'm damn near living paycheck to paycheck as it is, and I would love to support those guys, but it's not in the question right now until I get a raise.
Which will be soon, thank God.
Yes.
You'll be having a raise. It's fine. There's only a few subscribers here. You won't need to fucking worry about confidentiality.
Oh hell, I don't care. I'm definitely getting a raise, and I will most definitely because there's Progress, there's Evolve. It's Evolve. Evolve is
no, Evolve's American.
It's an American. I always thought it was British for some reason. But you definitely have Progress.
We have Progress, Rev Pro. I'm going to ICW in a few weeks.
Which I look forward to. Finn Balor cut his teeth, wasn't it, in ICW?
Yeah, he did some stuff there. It's kind of this 18 plus, kind of like they call it the ECW, and I've been there before in February. They came, but this time I'm going a bit further to see it because it's a bit more of a bigger show, and it's actually going to be on the ICW On Demand, so I'm looking forward to that.
I really would love to check out more of the stuff over there. But once we get British wrestling officially enveloped in this fold, we will literally go around the world to bring you every style of wrestling that there is.
It is like literally. I don't need to brag or anything, but is there actually a channel that covers? Okay, there is channels that cover a lot of wrestling. You know, they do their news shows and they do their WWE reviews, but who actually covers professional wrestling? Actual professional wrestling, not just okay, we're going to do, you know, our W shows and then we're going to call ourselves a wrestling channel. Like, we cover everything.
Oh yeah, and that's something that's one of the reasons I got involved, is that I can watch anything. We can talk about every fucking thing that we watch.
Nothing's off limits, and that's props to Koco, because Koco's the guy who runs the channel, and he could have quite easily said, look, WWE does the most views, let's just stick to WWE, don't do this and that, but he gives us free reign. And what do I go do? Make a VIP channel. What a prick.
Somewhere he just got angry for reasons he doesn't understand.
No, that was a joke. I actually talked about it through. Like, I wanted to do it months ago. Oh, yeah. And he said, no, we'll wait. And then I said, look, I've got this. And I showed him everything. And he's like, go for it. Enjoy. So, back to the original match. So, this is Johnny Idol, Atlantis, Mystico versus Dragon Rojo Jr., Terrible. Legit, his name is Terrible.
Yeah, his name is El Terrible.
El Terrible and La Mascara. So, dude, my notes are pretty bad here. So, Mystico and La Mascara, they have a pretty damn good stare down and a pretty good loud reaction. Interesting to see if they're feuding. Maybe they're in a feud. Maybe this is why they're involved in the 6-man tag. But, you know, they both seemed okay. La Mascara hits the running shotgun knees in the corner on Idol to get the first fall. Atlantis, maybe we got good. Atlantis, we were talking about Coffin Rogers earlier. This man's another one. What name can we give it? Maybe H in it? No, what can we call him?
Methuselah.
He's so old. Idol Mystico hit a running flip over the top to the floor. Atlantis applies a victory roll for 3. Fucking roll-ups always get the second fall. So we're now one apiece.
Always.
I do like the camera angle, and you touched upon this earlier. And you touched upon how the camera angle is below. It's below them when they do the dives. That means when they do the dives, it's kind of like, oh shit, it seems like they're actually flying.
Oh, definitely.
I do like that. And it's just different. I love the different camera variations. I'm just a fan of that. That's why I like the Cruiserweight Classic so much, because it just felt different.
Absolutely.
Mystico did a slingshot hurricane run on the floor. Terrible knocked out his bird ringside. Idol does a suicide dive. Mystico and Atlantis, basically, they do cross arm breakers each to get the win. Not as good as the match before, like a 2.5-star match, but decent and better than the 2 before.
I really like Johnny Idol out of this match. I thought he most definitely had the most personality. El Dragon Rojo Jr. came out in the most, and mind you, he is himself Mexican, but it was the most insanely offensive, racist ass attire that I could have fucking possibly thought of. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And I was like, they're letting him do this? Like, I'm not Mexican. I was like, God damn, dude, fucking tone down the cholo. This is insane. But I was definitely impressed with what was his name? Johnny Idol. I liked him a lot. I kind of liked El Terrible. I thought he was a real good brawler.
I mean, if you talked about earlier about the mix of sizes, I guess he's probably one of the better big men we saw. He's not big. He's kind of got just a big size to him.
He's big for Lucha. He's definitely big for Lucha. And I could definitely instantly tell what his character was, which is kind of a rough and tumble, biker-esque, just brawl people to death kind of gimmick. If I can instantly tell what your character is, then I'm happy. And then that's what I think all wrestling should do. We watched this completely in Spanish. We have no idea what they're saying other than a few words I can pick up here or there. But good wrestling should be able to transcend that and speak to you in the language of wrestling. The first 2 matches absolutely did not do that for me. After that, I could absolutely tell you what was going on. I went, those are the bad guys. Those are the good guys. Here's his character. Here's how he's going to act. He's a cowardly bad guy. He's a brawling bad guy, because it spoke to me in the language of wrestling. And I respect that. And it's hard to do that.
And it was like, I don't know where I heard this from. I have no idea, but I can't remember who it was, but the way to tell a good promo is if you turn their sound off. If you completely turn the sound off. Next time you watch a wrestling promo, turn the sound completely off. If you can feel what they're saying, if you can feel they're angry, if you can feel they're sad, or feel what emotion they're saying, then you can tell if they're a good promo.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't remember. I think it might have been Taz on the Taz show sometime like a year ago, maybe.
Sounds like a very Taz thing to say. That's a guy that doesn't get enough credit for how smart he is. Oh,
dude, he's so good. His show will be legit the only show I don't listen to podcasts a lot because I don't want to. I like my opinion being my opinion.
Yeah, I understand. Like you said the same way.
You said a person earlier. Solo.
Sam Roberts.
Sam Roberts. That's the guy. I think. You know, listening to other interviews, like when it's interviews of wrestlers, is acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like other people saying to me, I remember one time in the comments there was this guy. Do you remember the Ricky Grajewski? Do you remember that my hater? I had a hater.
Oh yeah.
And he was there and he was naming like, "Oh, you're such a copy guy." I'm like, "Who do I copy?" And he gave me a list of these people. I said, "I legit know one of them." And he's like, "Oh, that's a lie." I'm like, "I know one of them." I said, "You think the amount of wrestling I watch, I have to go to work, I have to be a super friend, and then I have to be a super girlfriend, a super son. Like earlier today, I could have watched Lucha Libre instead. I had to go make sure my nan was and granddad were okay. Then I had to come back, make sure my girlfriend she had her dinner. We had a nice dinner. We had fish and chips. How English is that?"
Every episode, I swear to God, you're getting progressively more English as these shows go on. Like, I'm half convinced you're going to come in with like a manacle and a corgi and just like a British flag and a big ass mustache and be like, "Cheerio, chip, bully, capital," and just like the most stereotypical. And I'll just do the same. I'll come in progressively more redneck and southern,
if that's possible. Oh,
oh, shots fired! Damn.
We'll just go on to our main event, however the fuck. The great thing is, we started this about half an hour ago. We were like, yeah, we'll get this done in 15, 20 minutes. We don't know what we're talking about. 30 minutes later. Here we are. Main event, thoroughly disappointing for me personally. We had oh my God, literally, I've done so well with names.
You got this one's rough.
Diamante Azul.
Yeah, Diamante Azul, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think blue or azul is blue in Spanish. I could be wrong about that. So I think maybe like blue demon, blue something. Blue
cock.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
He faced Rush. Rush came out to Chris Benoit's music.
Was that was?
It was Chris Benoit's music.
Shit, I didn't know that. They don't give a fuck about copyright in Mexico, do they?
There was Bon Jovi. There was Tiny. The guy who did the WrestleMania song a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
There was Benoit. I was like, firstly, the cheek to come out to Benoit's song. I'm like, so now my expectations for you are through the roof because this may sound really sadistic. Benoit's my favorite professional wrestler of all time, and I don't care what anyone says.
That's fair. I mean, he was fucking amazing. It's tragic what happened. There's still so much shit that goes around a bit, but if people like that was my favorite professional wrestler, I don't take that away from him. Because you can, as long as you separate the professional wrestler from the human, there's no issue with that.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably not my obviously not my fucking favorite. Oh yeah, the guy was a role model. I love the way.
So I got to tell you this terrible joke real quick. Right after it happened, I found this meme online that was the most god awful, offensive, funny shit. It was a picture of a Chris Benoit toy, and it was really far away, and it zoomed in, and it zoomed in, and it zoomed in, and it just had a choking hazard label on the toy. I was like, oh shit, goddamn, that's awful.
Did you, when I was younger, that was like 10 years ago. So we'll say 10 years ago. So YouTube was just starting to become big. There used to be like real footage of like Owen Hart's ghost. And then it would be like the crowd and then it would scare you. And it was funny as shit ever.
Yep.
Oh, God. Back to the match. So you have the Azul, the blue cock versus Rush. They brawl on the ramp. Rush, let me guess, running drop kick in the corner gets the first fall.
Oh shit, imagine that.
And this was the highlight of the match for me, okay? So all night, the camera cuts to the fans. Okay, literally all night, isn't it? They got to a lot of fans.
Yeah, all night. The same people multiple times. I swear to God, there was like 16 people in this arena.
And there was this blonde bird, okay? And the man behind her was checking her out really bad. You could see
I
him.
miss that now.
You could see him eyeing up, and then she senses it, goes to turn around. Yeah, and the man goes like looks away. It was the funniest. Literally, I'm gonna go back and rewatch that. It was generally. I'll send the link to you. I'll send the exact time of when it was, and I'll obviously, and then I'll come on here and I'll say on tomorrow's show because it was fucking hysterical. It really was. Highlight of the night.
I completely missed that.
Rush tries to unmask him. Big time heel heat.
Like damn heel heat.
That was good. This Rush, good character. Not like I remember seeing something of him with La Parka.
Really?
A few months ago. Yeah, I remember seeing it was him versus La Parka because someone tweeted it and said, "Check this out," and I gave it a watch. And I thought he was good, but not very good here. Like that saddens me because from what I saw there to what I saw now, it's a drastic change. But he's a good character.
I think the character was good, and I think he has potential to be good. I don't know how long he's been wrestling because it feels like the Azul guy might have brought him down. There is a caliber of wrestler you get to where you're like your Randy Orton or like a Kevin Owens. That they make bad people seem like they're good because they're such good wrestlers. He's not there yet. I think if he was working with I don't want to say good, if somebody that was better than this other guy, then he might be able to really, really good. And he clearly knows how to work a crowd. He got heel heat, like you said. His character was really, really good. His boots absolutely reminded me of Naito, which reminded me of, hey, isn't Los Ingobernables in CMML? Where the fuck's Los Ingobernables?
I have no idea. We'll give that a look up before next time. The Blue Cock gets the second fall with a bridge German suplex. Now the pace quickens, kind of, even though the Blue Cock's like 18 years old and all saggy. The Blue Cock does hit a nice suicide dive. Rush misses a senton off the top. Blue Cock misses a swanton bomb off the top. They exchange strikes. Blue Cock then goes for a tilt-the-whirl. And then Rush pulls his mask. It comes off, and it looks so accidental. It looks really, really accidental. So Rush just says, fuck it. He just kicks him hard in the cock. Covers him, and I'm like, okay, that's fair enough. But he grabs the mask, puts it on himself as he covers. I'm like, what a dickhead, which in essence means he's done his job very well, if even I'm hating him. And
you're like, oh, you motherfucker.
Oh, you son of a bitch. And then he gets the win. He throws the mask back on the Blue Cock's face so he can cover his foreskin. Like, dude, the match, it was so disappointing. Like, we were literally building and building. Every match was getting better and better. And then the main event thoroughly disappointed. And we were messaging each other because we were kind of figuring it out as we were going along.
Yeah, but there's a lot we had to figure it out.
And we watched it pretty much give or take the same time. And I said one-on-one matches next. Like, yes, thank God. And God, it was disappointing. I wish there was 4 other men in the ring.
It might have been acceptable. Like, one of the other things I learned about CMML just doing some reading is apparently they have like 800,000 titles.
Yeah, I saw. They had like regional titles as well, didn't they? I was like, oh my.
They got like world and regional, and there's like 19 of both. It's like, I swear to God, I probably have a title somewhere in CMLL at this point in time. Like, best bald podcast announcer.
You're old? Oh, there'll be. My granddad's probably got some lucha.
You go talk to him. He's like, in the Great British-Mexican War of fucking 1846, I fucking got crowned CMML champion for 3 hours.
He was like, I remember Blue Panther when he started.
I remember when he was just an old man.
Oh,
God, you'll watch the show for no other reason, just to see how goddamn old Blue Panther is, because he's fucking ancient.
Just watch that match. It was probably like watch it from 30 minutes onwards, and then you'll just you won't miss him. You won't miss him in that cheap ass singlet.
Until you see somebody that looks like they could die at any minute. That's when you need to start watching.
Oh, it was when he was taking them chops. I was like, oh no, don't.
His heart's gonna stop. It's just gonna fucking rip out. Or his paper thin skin's just gonna fucking blow away.
So overall thoughts on your first experience watching CMLL?
Once we got into the meat of it, I liked it.
I agree. With that being said, we have to remember and take this into consideration that this is the C show. This is the NXT Superstars. So next one we watch will be the Raw and the SmackDown. So this will be the one where we can really properly judge CMLL, I believe.
Yeah, which I think gives me some hope. If this was the C crowd, and then we're going up to the A team, and I still enjoyed this,
I mean,
some hope.
If you gave me the option of sitting down watching this on a Monday night or sitting down and watching Raw, majority of the time I'll pick this.
I'd pick this. The only thing I would really want is English subtitles. I don't even need English commentary. Just give me a couple subtitles. Just to have a somewhat better idea if there's any history between the people, even though it is possible to show history without a language barrier, like we saw between the two, was it Mascara and
Mystico.
Like they had some beef. So it's, again, and it was really good at transcending the language barrier and going to the language of wrestling, which New Japan can do really, really well too. So it's, I have hope. I have a lot of hope, and I'm really excited to try this out again in the future.
Me too, and Thursday is Lucha Day. So tomorrow we'll be back with a Ring of Honor and a TNA review. Saturday we have the day off. Sunday, what are you doing Sunday?
I am off.
You're off. We'll figure something. Well, me and Sammy will think of something to do Sunday. Well, there'll definitely be a news show where we'll cover the weekend's news. Well, then we'll figure a review out we can do. We'll figure something out. Monday, are you available for the Raw review?
I actually am. I am somehow I am off on Monday.
Tuesday?
Yeah, it's a fucking Christmas miracle.
Tuesday?
Up in the air.
Up in the air. So I've got you for Friday, I've got you for Sunday, and I've got you for Monday. Look at that. Look at that. 3 more days of the best tag team in the history of professional wrestling podcasting, the hardest working team in professional wrestling podcasting. And thank you for you lovely people for being a VIP. Make sure you spread the word. Make sure you tell them we're not going to scam you. This has been LK. It's 4:05 a.m. now. I've got work soon. I'm a machine. I'm a tank with a Ferrari. I'm a tank with a Ferrari engine, aka you can sleep when you die. And with that being said, from myself, from Sammy, make sure you go fuck them clowns. Stay safe, stay well.
I knew it was going somewhere.
We'll be catching your asses down the line.